Hello, my name is Stephanie McElroy. I am a junior at Colorado State University and am currently enrolled in the teaching program with a concentration in English. For this lesson, students will create a bit strip based off of a personal narrative written about a special time or moment in their life. Let's start with the standards. This lesson is created for a ninth grade class and will follow the Reading, Writing, and Communicating Standard 3. From this standard, students will learn to write narratives to develop real or imagined experiences or events using effective technique, well-chosen detail, and well-structured event sequences. They will use technology, including the internet, to produce, publish, and update individual or shared writing products, taking advantage of technology's capacity to link to other information and to display information flexibly and dynamically. The inquiry questions that I would like students to consider are: what descriptors help the reader visualize the character, setting, and plot in a composition? What language brings a piece of writing to life for the reader? How can we capture the narrative aspects of writing in a picture representation of that piece? Materials needed are a teacher account on bitstripsforschool.org, and you will need to add your students beforehand to help conserve class time. You also need computers. A computer lab is preferred, however, netbooks can be used. To start the class, I will provide students with an example of my own. Then we will move to the computer lab unless using netbooks. Once the computers have been accessed, the students will have 15 minutes to write their personal narratives describing an important event in their life. This will be typed in words so they can print it out at the end. Students must include the descriptive diction about the setting, people, and emotions felt. Once the students have finished their narratives, you must get the students signed into bitstripsforschool.org and have a quick 2-minute tutorial on how to create a bit strip. The remainder of the class will be left for the students to create their narrative-based bit strips. Since this website is school-based, the students are limited on costumes, settings, etc., but there are plenty of options available to properly demonstrate their written piece. What is so great about bit strips is the detail with which you can create your character. It allows the creator to have reign over every detail of their character, from their height and body type down to the size of their pupils, or the makeup they wear. Since this is a personal narrative, the character should look like the student, and the characters in the written piece should be accurately depicted as well. Once the characters have been made, the student must choose a scene and begin creating. For example, if I were to write about a sunny summer day, I would choose a scene that depicts that day. Once I have inserted my character, I would have the body language match the emotion that I wrote about in my written narrative. Once I have inserted my character, I would have the body language match the emotion I wrote about in my written narrative. You can also insert text boxes and conversation or thought bubbles. Finally, once I feel my piece depicts my written narrative as best as possible, I must share my bit strip by clicking the share button. The teacher must approve the cartoons before the class can see them, so if the student doesn't want to share theirs with the class, that can be arranged. I will assess this lesson with questions such as: does the background match the one written about in the narrative? Are all or most of the people written about accounted for in the bit strip? But the most important question to assess is the emotion. Do the characters demonstrate the emotions written about in the narrative? These emotions can be demonstrated through the characters' facial expressions, body language, and so on. To end the class, I will go back to the inquiry questions. We will emphasize on how they use specific descriptors in their writing to enhance or guide the making of their bit strip. For the next class, we will share the students' narratives and their bit strips. In the end, I hope that the students will have a better understanding on how to write personal narratives, all while having a fun time. Thank you for watching.